Indestructible Gaming. Select your character. Musket Shot. Mr. K. Let the battle begin. Get ready for a battle unknown. 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Indestructible Gaming and More. I am Musket Shot. Alongside me is my co-host, Mr. K. What's up?
What's up? What's going on, everyone?
Yeah, this week we're going to discuss some of the titles that we saw on the Xbox Indie Showcase. You actually watched the whole showcase and then made a list of all the titles. And then we watched the game trailers and stuff like that. So we made a list of some games that seemed really cool and interesting. So I guess we'll go down that list, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of games on this list. I think I remember counting around. I can't even remember. There were so many.
Yeah. And it was like 3 or 4 hours long, this thing? Or was it shorter than that?
It was shorter than that. I remember being.
Was it?
Maybe. I'm not entirely sure because what we watched were a bunch of trailers that I collected, and they were the full trailers. And in the actual thing, some of them were just tidbits shown.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we did watch a little more than, because the original one was 3 hours.
Okay.
So there was a good chance we could have watched 4 hours of gameplay. Possibly, yeah. Who knows?
But yeah, we made a list of the ones that we both were interested in playing. So we'll go down the list and see what we got here. So first one is Exomecha.
Yeah, that's gonna be free to play. We won't know what these will come out on also because of Xbox. Some games I might know because some of them have been in development for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But Exomecha is gonna be free to play. It said so in the trailer. It's kind of like I would like to say the massive battles of Battlefield combined with the fluid gameplay of Call of Duty, with the giant robots aesthetics from Titanfall.
Mm.
And that's pretty much Exomecha.
Yeah,
it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of insane weapons too.
And it's cool because you can get like a mecha dragon and play as it.
Yeah, I was going to say there's other mech creatures too, like a dragon. There was something else. There's one that I forgot what the other one was. I don't know. Can't think. But there's some cool giant robots that fight with swords and stuff. It's pretty neat. There's a beta, I think, out right now that you can sign up for to play it.
Yeah. If you're interested, definitely check it out because we might.
Yeah,
it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like a battle royale type of thing. I don't know if there's like a storyline type play with it. It might be just like you get on with friends or other people and just battle it out. But it looks pretty cool. The graphics are really, really good in it. Okay. Next one we got is the Ascent.
I don't really remember much of the Ascent. I just remember it was over the top.
Yeah, it's like a top-down RPG.
Yeah,
most of the time.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, it has like the personality of Borderlands, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It reminds me a bit of Borderlands.
And not where it takes place, but just the way the characters act and how they speak.
Yeah.
And all that. It kind of reminds me of Borderlands.
Because you can upgrade, you can customize your character, you can get different, you can go to places, get different weapons.
It kind of, like, the way to describe it is kind of like Borderlands meets with Cyberpunk, and then just make it over the top, and then there you go. There's the Ascent.
Yeah, it's a solo or co-op type game. An adventure type game. So you team up, just like, kind of like Borderlands, like you said. And that's what it reminded me of when I, was watching the trailer. So, but yeah, that one looks pretty good too. Next one is Space Lines from the Far Out.
All right. So, yeah, Space Lines from the Far Out is basically a game where it's pretty much a roguelike game where I think you create your own spaceship. And based on that, you're supposed to survive in space with it as you go through the levels.
Yeah. Yeah, you basically, it's a co-op adventure game, and you and friend are the crew of an intergalactic travel company in a 60s retro space odyssey. That's what I got out of it. And you can grow and upgrade your fleet, and, you get different passengers and stuff, but you got to deal with a lot of different things. It looks pretty fun.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, it's, the characters aren't like lifelike type characters. They're kind of cartoony type characters. So you can do a lot of different things within the game. I think you can either make it a fun travel experience, or you can really make it miserable for everybody, I think, too. Based on what I saw on the trailer, seems like you can do a lot of different things with it. So it looks pretty good.
The next one was Night Squad 2.
Yep, Night Squad 2, yeah.
Which is I think a party game.
Mm-hmm.
You play as knights, and you do several different things in kind of party games, I guess.
Yeah.
It depends on the mode you choose, but
yeah, it's different.
It just shows you different things of the game.
Yeah, a lot of different weapons.
Yeah, as well as you just have to watch it in order to get the gist.
I mean, you're knights from medieval time, but they have all kinds of different weapons in this game. Like, they even have bazookas and, other stuff that's, obviously not from that time period.
Are you sure?
So, yeah.
You don't remember when knights used to use bazookas against dragons?
Right?
It's a pretty often occurrence.
Yeah. They get into the castle, use that.
That's how they took over.
Exactly. Yeah. Some of the characters remind me of Castle Crashers. So
I can see that.
Well, at least from the trailer, at least they show them. They kind of remind you of that. But this
terms of character wise, not gameplay wise.
Yeah, but it's like a dungeon brawler thing. You're on like one screen in one area, and you just beat each other to death pretty much. I think it's probably time based or something like that, or maybe how many certain amount of hits or whatever, and then it ends. But I remember seeing that at PAX East one year, and probably Night Squad 1, and I remember a lot of people playing it, and it got a lot of. It drew a pretty big crowd to watch, so it was pretty fun. Okay, let's see what we got next. Echo Generation.
Yeah, Echo Generation seemed like a third person kind of like, I don't know what you'd want to call it, exploration monster fighting game, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a very cool style. I really like the style of this game.
Yeah, I guess it's turn-based too when you fight.
Oh, yeah, it is turn-based. That is true.
And I guess it's set in the early 90s.
Yeah, the game is set with like pixelated 3D graphics.
Yeah, it was different. They said that the boss fights are a mix of real-time and turn-based fighting, which is kind of interesting.
So, yeah, we're definitely interested, and I'm pretty excited for it because the game looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And the designs of the monsters look pretty cool.
Yeah. And I guess it's the kids are you're a gang of kids investigating supernatural events and stuff like that. So, yeah, it could be a pretty interesting game.
Yeah.
Okay. So next one, Mad Streets.
Mad Streets kind of reminded me of Gang Beasts, but imagine real people instead of these clay people. Yeah.
And this one is either solo player or co-op. You can, there's direction-based moves and attack in certain areas of the body. You can set a particular rule to judge the winner, or you can include a referee to judge about the trailers are pretty funny because it's like, there's certain things you can like drop kick a person, you can punch a person and they fly through a fence. I mean, it's supposed to be, I guess, more realistic fighting. I guess that's what it's based on for the most part.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty interesting. It's probably one of those games that you'll play, with a friend or a couple people for a little bit, but it's probably not something that you'll play constantly. But, still be interested in trying it out though. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance.
We went over one.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah, we forgot Lake.
Oh, okay. All right.
And Lake is pretty much a game where you play as a male girl, woman.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty, from the trailer. That's pretty much it. You go into places, deliver packages, and it seems like you try to connect bonds to other people.
Right.
And I don't know. It just seems like kind of like I wouldn't say like a life simulator, but male woman simulator.
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like a very relaxed game. Yeah. And I think they even put in the trailer that it's meant to be a very easygoing, relaxed type of gameplay. Interaction with people and stuff like that.
And now on to not relaxing gameplay.
Yeah.
D&D Dark Alliance.
Yeah.
It's a third person, kind of like they didn't really show gameplay. They just showed gameplay without like a HUD or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And they cut stuff out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But from the trailer, it's a third person. I would say kind of like beat 'em up, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And where you have like special abilities and all that you could play as, I'm assuming 4 different classes because they only showed 4.
Yes. Yep. That's it.
And it looks really good.
Yeah.
Like for a D&D game, I wouldn't expect it to look that good.
Yeah. This is, I guess it's distributed. It's developed by Took Games. I'm not familiar with them, but distributed by Wizards of the Coast, which I've heard of them, obviously. And then I guess it takes place in the Icewind Dale region. So if you play these games, then you probably are more aware of these regions than I am. But it looks pretty cool, though. Definitely looks like a fun game to try.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
After that, I think is Hello Neighbor 2, which if you haven't heard of it, I would be kind of surprised because this was pretty popular. Well, the first one was pretty popular. It got a big, huge cult following.
Yeah. Secret Neighbor was so.
Yeah, that one wasn't. Even we played it and it had its problems.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll talk about it someday.
Yeah.
But Hello Neighbor 2 is pretty much a new, obviously it's a new game, but it's Hello Neighbor 2. There's not really much they talk about other than they named the neighbor, I guess now.
Yeah, what's his name?
Mr. Peterson or something.
Oh, okay.
Totally, it's not menacing whatsoever anymore. When I remember when I first played Hello Neighbor, I was a little bit terrified by the neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was ominous. And now since his name's Mr. Peterson, I don't really feel that anymore.
Yeah.
It feels more like a skit than anything.
Yeah. But there's the town that the house is in is called Ravenbrooks. And I guess that's an open world. You can go anywhere within that world.
Yeah.
And you can obviously you want to try to break into his house and find out what's going on in his house. But I guess if you break into his house, he'll actually try to stalk you in the open world, which I thought was pretty funny. And then the players have their own stories, and depending on how the players play the game, the world changes depending on your actions and stuff like that. But the big thing with this game, which could be pretty interesting playing it, was that the AI learns from you and other opponents your moves and adapts to those moves.
Yeah, so like say you went around the rooms and jumped into a closet and you got away somehow. Yeah, you eventually learn that you like to go in the closet, so he'll eventually just check the closet.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So it's going to make the game a little bit more challenging, I think, and less predictable for players and stuff like that. So should be interesting. I'm sure we'll play it at some point when it comes out.
Yeah, definitely. Next one I think is Invasion of Normandy.
Yep.
That's pretty much it's like a World War II shooter, first person. There's really not much else we can say. It's just a first person World War II game. You just from us saying that, you pretty much understand.
Yeah, I mean, if you've played a lot of the Call of Duty games or the World War II games and stuff like that, it's pretty much going to be the same type of gameplay for the most part. I would think there's probably a little bit of a different storyline and stuff, obviously, but if you're familiar with those games, you'll pretty much know what to expect from this.
Yeah, and then next one is from the same people who actually made Guacamelee. It's called Nobody Saves the World.
Yeah.
And that is a really interesting game. That's going to go to Game Pass too, actually. Day one. It's pretty much a roguelike game, all hand drawn.
Yeah.
And you play as this character that gets the ability to become different forms of creatures, which have their own unique abilities, and then you're going to be able to mix and match them. The game itself is a story, but the dungeons in the game is where the roguelike takes place, because it changes itself each time you die or enter.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting, and the fact that you can mix and match your abilities in each form is pretty insane. Like, for example, there's a archer ability that shoots arrows, of course, and then there's a horse ability that I'm assuming lets you turn around and just kick. But with your abilities, you can combine them so you can have a horse that's able to shoot arrows.
Right.
It's really interesting. And the game of how it's presented reminds you of like Ren and Stimpy or something.
Yeah, right. It did look really good, though.
Oh, yeah, it looks really fun.
Stuff like that, yeah.
It looks like a game I'd probably be able to play for hours.
Yep.
And then another game that's coming to Game Pass was called Second Extinction. If you ever heard of the game Left 4 Dead 2, this is kind of like up its alley. It's a 4-player kind of like survival game. Assuming you have missions to do, and you have to protect yourself from dinosaurs.
Mutated dinosaurs.
Yeah, mutated dinosaurs, even worse than normal dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly. Did some of the dinosaurs have weapons on them?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. They're just that. They're just a lot bigger and weirder.
Strong, yeah,
stronger and stuff like that. You go around shooting them and killing them and all that stuff.
Putting up gates to hurt them and all that.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Sending them to extinction again.
Yeah, any of the Game Pass games we mentioned they're going to be day one releases.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Is that a Game Pass one?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
The next game after that we both agreed on was Stalker 2. For the presentation, they didn't really show gameplay.
No, they didn't.
They just showed some models that they made, which looked really good. They were gun models, which they had like going for like 6 minutes. I don't know. I skipped through for us because I don't think we would want to look at 6 minutes of guns. Because trust me, I had to sit through that because when I watched it was live. But they showed that, and then they showed that they have the ability to create teeth. So each person's going to have unique teeth.
I can't imagine trying to create a character and getting that detailed in it.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that would take. Oh my god!
But yeah, it's pretty much a zombie game.
Yeah.
Survival zombie game.
Have you played the first one at all?
No. Honestly, I didn't even know it existed until I heard about Stalker 2 for the first time, which was like only a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, the trailer is a little...
Maybe last year.
Yeah.
What about the trailer?
The trailer is a little... there's not much to the trailer to really tell what the game's going to be like or what it's about, so... Yeah,
but if anything's certain, it's probably going to be like Stalker 1 if you played it. I can't really say much since I haven't played Stalker 1. But it's probably going to be like the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
After that was it's the last one. It's the last one.
Yeah, I think that was it, right?
Yep.
So
This is Dead Static Drive.
hmm.
From what I remember, it's a game pretty much over the top,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems like kind of a survival game.
Yes.
Do you remember if it was multiplayer or not? Was it just single player?
I don't remember if it was multiplayer. It might have been. I'm not sure. All I remember really, the one scene that really stuck out in my head is the guy trying to get gas at a gas station. He's where he parked his vehicle. The gas tank is on the other side where the pump is, and he runs with the pump to get to the other side, and he gets, it only goes so far, and it gets thrown down to the ground, which is pretty funny. But yeah, it looks like you're fighting, trying to escape from different creatures or monsters or something like that, right?
Yeah, it has creatures and monsters, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It looks very interesting. A little bit. I can see it being a little bit of a horror game when it comes to night.
Yep.
Especially if it takes place in like, I don't know, like in the middle of the desert too.
Mm-hmm.
Like in a very open area.
Right.
So
right.
I can just imagine driving on an empty road at night and then coming across a monster and getting terrified.
Right. Right.
And this is also coming on Game Pass as well. So you can play day one.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to be interested in it.
Yeah, definitely. And when did most of these come out? Is it scattered throughout this year, or is it do they have a specific? Did they say that a lot of them were going to be released in summer?
No, they were just showing them off.
Yeah.
There's not really a determined date.
Right. Okay.
Each game has their own unique release date. So
okay.
So most of them are this year though.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but yeah, I went through and grabbed all the trailers for Musket Shot and Ida Watch again. But yeah, this was the Idea Xbox showcase. We told you mostly all the games we've been interested in.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that they showed.
There's plenty. I had at least 6 pages worth of games.
Yeah,
with links.
So probably at least over 100 games easily.
Yeah, and this happened last month in March, the 26th. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So we hope we got you some games to be looking forward to.
Yeah.
Or some games you're interested in.
Yeah. Yeah. Check them out on YouTube. Look them up.
Yeah, definitely.
Watch the trailers.
Yeah, maybe we can talk. Maybe we can put some of these games out on Twitter.
Yeah.
All that.
We'll post them out there on Twitter and see if we can get some other folks interested in playing some of those games when they come out. Yeah,
and if you guys are interested, maybe we can get one of these developers for an interview.
Yep.
Maybe we can get the guy who made Nobody Saves the World to come by. That'd be interesting.
Yep.
Maybe we can maybe if they're planning a demo, we can play a demo early for you guys.
Right. Exactly.
We're doing an episode on that.
Yeah.
But anyways, the next episode, we're gonna be playing a mobile game called Solar Smash.
Yep.
Weirdly I don't know. It's on a computer as well.
Right.
But
it is? Okay.
I think so, yeah. But weirdly enough, it's named differently on mobile, on Android and iPhone. But not by much.
Right.
But we'll talk more about that next episode.
Yeah, I think on iPhone it's Solar Smasher.
Yeah, Solar Smasher, and then on Android it's just Solar Smash.
Solar Smash, yeah. Strange.
Even the people who made its names changed.
Huh.
So maybe they changed it so that because probably they control both, right?
Yeah.
So probably they changed it so that so iPhone wouldn't get in touch with the Android people, so they won't take it off or anything.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Strange. But
because that's weird that they had to change their name for the company, and then
Right.
also it's the same game. I saw pictures of it, and it was the same game I played. So
Yeah.
it's really weird. But
Yeah. Right.
yeah, we're gonna be destroying the world next episode.
Cool. It's always fun.
Hell yeah, for sure.
All right, man.
All right.
Anything else?
No, I think that's everything for this episode.
Okay.
All right, stay in your
All right.
circle, folks.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for listening. Peace.
Game over.
Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you enjoyed the episode. We're on Facebook and Twitter, and if you go on our website with the same name, you can also find us on all the other kinds of stuff you can listen to us to. Anyways, hope you have a wonderful day, folks. Stay indestructible, and peace.